Hey there. So, have you thought about making a move here to Utah, specifically to the Salt Lake City, Utah area, and you want to know everything possible before you pick up, make a move, relocate? Well, you're in luck because today I'm going to be sharing with you some of the different things that you should know, specifically pros and cons about living here in Salt Lake, and we're going to hop into it right now. Mariah Curley here. Welcome back to the channel, or welcome to the channel if this is your very first time here. I'm a licensed and active real estate agent here in Utah, and this channel is literally everything you need to know about eating, working, playing, sleeping, and living in the Salt Lake City, Utah area. If that is of interest to you, consider subscribing down below. Make sure you tap that bell for notifications so you are notified. Subscribing down every week we drop a new video. We hear from people like you all the time who are looking to make a move, who are looking to relocate, buy, or sell a property here, and we absolutely love it. So if you're thinking about making a move in a week, in a month, or even a year from now, feel free to give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email, and my team and I would love to chat with you and see how we can help. So making a move to Utah is a big deal. And if you are thinking of picking up, relocating, and coming here to the Beehive State, there are some different things that you should be aware of. Some of the pros, some of the cons, some of the advantages, disadvantages that this state has to offer. So let's hop right into it. Number one pro, honestly, just the natural beauty. I remember the first time I came to Utah, I could not, like literally the mountains were so breathtaking. I just felt grounded instantly. Like I looked at them and it just was this calming feeling. And the natural beauty here is just unbelievable. Not only in and around Salt Lake, but when you go down to southern Utah and you've got those national parks, when you go up more to northern Utah, and you've got Bear Lake and all that, the natural beauty here, Park City. I mean, I could go on and on, all the different beautiful locations here. Utah is a stunning state. So that is number one. Number two, there are a lot of jobs here in and around the Salt Lake City area. So a lot of people are moving here simply for employment, and their companies are relocating here, or they were offered a position, or they're applying for different jobs. So people are moving here because of the different job opportunities. Unemployment is very low here, so the unemployment rate is very low. It's less than 3%. So a lot of people working. Number three, another pro, is the low crime rate. People are also moving here because the crime is low. It's a clean place to be. I know a lot of times when we drive other places outside of Utah, my kids are like, why is there all that trash, blowing around? And why is that? And da-da-da. And like, we just don't see that here. So you don't see, sure, you're going to see that sometimes, but typically it's a clean place and also a safe place. Number four, it is family friendly. And that was a big draw for us when we were making the move from California here to Utah. We wanted to find a place that was going to be family friendly. It's my husband and I and our 4 kids. Yes, 4 kids. And we wanted to find a place that was really going to be able to accommodate, a larger family. And Utah certainly does that. I know for us, the different sports, the different recreations, the music, the arts, the museums, just so many things in that really support that, which moves like right on to education. Education is another big one for me. I was an educator for many, many years. And so having a strong education background, that was top of the list too of making a move here. So many different strong school districts in and around. If you're looking at higher level education, the collegiate route, there are a bunch of different universities. University of Utah, Weber State, you've got Westminster, you've got BYU, you've got Utah Valley University, lots of universities to pick from. And pro tip, if you are here, living here, you have in-state tuition. So in-state tuition compared to some of all these other places is actually affordable for college. So that is a great option. If you are looking at, public school route or private school, lots in the way of that and lots in the way of charter schools. So many different pros, and we didn't even touch on world-class skiing yet, but I have helped a lot of families that are moved here that are like, Mariah, we just cannot wait for winter for the 4 seasons and to get like the family on skis and just to ski all summer, or all winter long, and then obviously in the summer times enjoy the hiking and the biking and all of that. But the world class snow skiing that is here, unbelievable. And the different resorts that are literally at your fingertips. And if you decide to get an Icon pass or an Epic pass, you will have access to a lot of different the resorts. And also, if you find one resort that you're like, you know what, this is where I want to ski this resort every time, you can get a pass simply to that resort as well. So outdoor recreation, skiing, education, clean place, so many pros to living here in Utah. With all those pros, you might be thinking to yourself, Mariah, this sounds too good to be true. I know, we thought that too. We thought that too when we moved here, because honestly, I make a pros and cons list for just about everything I do. And same thing when we were deciding to relocate here, I'm like, this list of pros is unbelievable. This seems so good. There are also some disadvantages to living here in Salt Lake that you should know about before you relocate. So, number one is the Four Seasons, which is a pro for many, but can also be a con. And let me explain. So, the Four Seasons are beautiful. You've got an incredible fall season. Spring is amazing. And summers are long. Like, they feel like summers are long, at least for me, where it stays light really long. But it can be hot. So for some people, they're like, ooh, well, how hot are we talking? Really June, July, mostly July and August are the hottest months, and you will see many 90-degree days. The winter is where I say the Four Seasons is sometimes a disadvantage for some. Winters here, over like last winter was a long winter, and many people, I know several people that were like, I cannot do another Utah winter, but just simply because it was too long. It started snowing in October, and the last snow was, I think, the very 1st of June or the very end of May. So it's not snowing consistently all throughout there, but it snows and it gets cold. Many people have asked this too. Hey, Mariah, we're thinking about moving here. I'm a little concerned about winter. Like, should I have snow tires? Do I need 4-wheel drive? All great questions. For me personally, I have snow tires and I have 4-wheel drive, simply just because I don't want to be slipping and sliding. But a lot of people here, they don't. So totally up to you and your preference, but I would rather err a little bit on the safe side and have a little bit extra protection for that. So winters can do some people in, but also some winters, some people are like, I feel like it went really fast and the snow didn't bother me. In fact, we were skiing all winter long. So again, that can be a pro and con for you could look at it either way. Next up is the inversion. I talk about this one a lot. The inversion is basically smoggy air that sits in the Salt Lake Valley, and oftentimes it happens during the winter time, and it will sit there for a couple of days until it gets blown out by a storm. For some, they're like, okay, you know what, the air quality is not awesome for a couple of days. We're fine. But for other people with health conditions, that might be, a factor one way or another. Does it happen that often? No, but also something that you should be, aware of. Number 3, there are a lot of things that are closed here on Sundays. And I know when we moved here, we were surprised because coming from California, it seemed like everything was open 7 days a week. So for some people that are moving here from other places, they're like, actually, that's very normal. Where we came from, lots of things were closed on Sunday as well. Is everything closed on Sunday? Absolutely not. Like, a lot of the chain restaurants and those things are open on Sundays, but just know for some people, they're like, oh, well, that might be a little bit of a tricky thing. But just know for many places, especially more of like the boutique kind of shops, the more local shops, a lot of things will be closed on Sunday. And depending on the community, the neighborhood, the city that you are living in, there are some city ordinances that most things are, totally closed on Sunday. So just know that going into it as well. And last but not least, the cost of living. Yes, the cost of living for some has pushed them right out of Utah because they're like, Mariah, the affordability has gone sky high. For other people, the cost of living, they're looking at it going, oh, it actually feels really comfortable coming from some of the other states. So cost of living, the average median home price right now, as I'm shooting this video, for in and around the Salt Lake City area is $550,000. So for some, they're like, they're comfortable with that. For other people, they're like, that is just not going to work. So know that cost of living has gone up here significantly, but then again, it's gone up everywhere too. Hopefully this gives you an idea of some of the different areas, some of the different things that you should be thinking about if you're thinking about making a move here. The natural beauty, the great outdoor activities, the very family friendly, strong schools, clean environment, low crime rate, but then also some of the disadvantages. There are some long winters that you should be aware of. That inversion can creep in, and sometimes, it takes a minute for it to get out. Things that are closed on Sunday, and then also that cost of living. So hopefully that gives you a little bit of an idea where you can kind of weigh things out. And I always, always, always recommend, if you are thinking about making a move, plan a trip, come on out, tour around, just start take a tour around, see if it might be a good fit for you. It may be, it may not be, but if you are thinking about making a move, feel free to give my team and I a call. We hear from people like you all the time, and we absolutely love it. So feel free to give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email, and it would be our pleasure to chat with you and see how we can help. Take care and wishing you a wonderful day. Bye.